Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Moxie for Ape, and this is going to be my week 4 game, or no, week 5 game for season 4 of the Major Pokemon League, in which I will be going up against Rogue and his Grimsby Grimers. So, definitely check out Rogue. He's a really cool guy. He often gens for me. He's really cool. He didn't gen for me this week. I think every week so far he has gen for me, except for this week, of course, because I'm kind of playing him, so couldn't really do that. But Rogue's just a really cool guy, really nice guy for sure. He is just awesome, so check him out. Anyways, Rogue's team is scary. I don't really have... I have some checks to some of his threats, but I don't know, my team doesn't match up super well versus his. But yeah, I'll just read off his team. So he has the Ash, Greninja, Latios, Skarmory, Emboar, Donphan, Mimikyu, Amoonguss, Jolteon, Miltank, Braviary, and Diancie. So big threats, really the first two. Really, I'm expecting those two mons. Skarmory is really bulky, and my team just does not have a great way to deal with it. My fire type is Talonflame, which isn't the best in terms of, I don't know, it's like switching into and dealing with Pokemon, just because like rocks, and Talonflame's not too bulky anyways. Which I mean, most fire types aren't, but like still, it's kind of frail, and it doesn't deal with Skarmory too well. Especially if he does carry like Rock Slide, potentially. I don't think he will, but like, it's a possible like tech thing he could do. So, Talonflame, I didn't bring it out of there just because rocks are scary. I didn't really feel like I had a great matchup versus his team as a whole anyways, just didn't really find space on it. He has other fat stuff. He's got Miltank. He's just got a pretty fat team, but he's also got some fast Pokemon that hit hard, which made this really difficult to build for, because I felt like I didn't really have enough Pokemon, or I didn't really have just like the right Pokemon to break through his fatter stuff, but and I had decent answers to like some of his faster stuff that hits pretty hard, but like I don't really have great stuff to like break through his fatter stuff. Like I really don't have too much to deal with Skarmory, at least for my like main mons that hit hard, like Orlando, Lucario, Superior kind of as a wall breaker, kind of just because it sets up. But like they don't deal with Skarmory too well, so it was really tough to build. I don't know why my Snorlax's EVs are all messed up like this. Let me go into the damage calc. I should have my set there. Let me see what my EVs were. Why did it copy it like this? They weren't gen like this. Why did it copy them? Like, what is it on? I forget what it was that I... Why did it do this? I had a really specific EV spread. I forget what it was. Why did it keep the 12 here? I had more HP than 12. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry about that. I think it was max defense than like... I think 132 HP, I think something like that. I think that was my spread, if I recall correctly. So, let me just go over the Snorlax. So, I'll just get into my team, might as well. I'm going to make this team builder kind of brief, just going to hustle through it. So, we got Snorlax here, we got Sleep Talk, Counter, Return, and Earthquake. This thing's meant to be a kind of lore and switch in for the Emboar. I have the Thick Fat, so I can take Flare Blitzes pretty well. I think, yeah, this EV spread, if it was this, I don't know if it was exactly this, but whatever I did have, it was so I could live a Life Orb for Blitz plus Life Orb Superpower from Emboar. That's with no rocks or anything, but as guaranteed live from Adamant, Life Orb Emboar, which is really nice, because I have my Triple Berry here to lure it, and then I can knock it out with, I can knock it out. I think most likely with Earthquake, I don't know. I think after -1 and after Life Orb damage, and it's guaranteed to kill with Earthquake, even though I'm not fully invested in attack. A bit of speed just to creep Amoonguss, just in case. Sleep Talk's meant for Amoonguss too. Counter's meant for Skarmory because even though he doesn't do too much to me, I think Braviary did like 21 to 25% to me, which doesn't sound like a lot, and Counter will double that, so it sounds like that'd be like, I guess, well, 42 to 50. But that's not exactly how Counter works, because it takes the exact HP it does to me, and then doubles that amount to Skarmory. So since Snorlax had base 160 here for his stat, Skarmory is like base 70 or something, which isn't too high. What is it? No, Skarmory's base 65. So I think if I recall correctly, Brave Bird, if he gets like a mid-roll, I do like 69 or 68% with the counter, so it's really nice. So that's just a cool little tech for the Skarmory. Originally Thunder Punch, but I feel like counter's just a nice little thing for that. Maybe for Emboar if I can't kill it, but I mean I can have Earthquake anyways. I don't know how that works with Psyshock from Latios. I would think counter would still work, but I'm not certain. I should test for that. I guess Braviary I could also use it too, so that's really nice. But yeah, so let me move on to my Bronzong. So we have a special defensive Bronzong, So this thing's meant to, well, like in Toxic, like Miltank and Downfan and stuff, so in case, just really meant for the cow, just in case if he does bring that, so I have a way of toxicking that. Just don't really break through that, because I don't really have too much for Miltank, at least offensively. But you know, I feel like with Toxic and other stuff, was able to check that enough if he did bring it. So, Psychic lets me hit some stuff like Amoonguss, like Embor. Charge Beam allows me to set up for Skarmory, which is nice, because then I can beat that thing 1v1, and then I can get back health with my leftovers here. Originally I was Colbert just to check Ninja and stuff, but I feel like I have enough in my team for Ninja. Instant soon switching out thing recently. Also, one thing to note, assuming that he does bring the Battle Bond, then he cannot carry or he can't carry Oras moves like Low Kick and Gunk Shot, which could be helpful for my team. He could still carry the Torrent variant with those coverage moves if he wanted to, but he can't. He would have to carry Torrent if he does do that, which he could still do that. So, like, I feel like this would be like the odd case where it would make sense for him to carry Torrent, just because those coverage moves are really nice. But we'll see how that goes. I'll have to scout. I think he won't be Torrent. I think he'll just still want to carry the Battle Bond, but we will see how that goes. So, Charge Beam's just nice, so I can set up on Skarmory, and it's just good for that. I don't think this exact special attack investment was for anything. Originally, I had some speed. That was when I was mixed with like Explosion, I think, and then I was minus speed nature, but I had a bit of speed just to creep Amoonguss. But I felt like I didn't need that because Amoonguss is base 30 and I'm base 33. I could have maybe carried a bit just to creep that in case people wanted to creep me, but whatever. The rocks are just nice versus team. He could carry Defog Skarmory or Rapid Spin on Donphan, but from what I've seen, I don't think he doesn't bring spin on Donphan too much, it seems, so we'll see if he does that. But yeah, so next we got Lucario's team was taking way too long. I'm trying to hustle through it. So we got, especially Lucario, and then to set up, just be a nice wall breaker. Break through some of his fatter stuff. Psychic for Amoonguss, really only for Amoonguss. I debated carrying Psychic, or I think I had Vacuum Wave originally. But I ended up going for Psychic just because I felt like that allows me to be better, just to break through his walls like Amoonguss, like Skarmory, Miltank, etc. Just to hit hard. I have Modest, even though he does have Braviary, which if he's max speed Jolly, he can outspeed me, but I think he'll be creeping. I think this is creeping like a Braviary if he's creeping a max speed Modest King or something. So that's what this set is for. I can switch him to, I have the goggles here to allow me to take a Spore. And I can set up on that mushroom there, so it's really nice. Nasty Plot. If he's not especially defensive, Psychic will OHKO him, final +2. That's really cool. Saying he has fairly hard being Modest. It doesn't have life or anything to boost its power, but still, it's nice. It's cool. And then just dual stab hits really everything on his team. So yeah, next we got our Scarf Kinger here. So just stab really. This thing really is just meant to win late game. If I can weaken down enough stuff, weaken down Skarm so I can spam, or I guess I weaken down like Amoonguss, or well, for that I probably need to get Amoonguss killed so I can spam Surf. Really just spam one of my stab moves here just so I can win late game. Just doing something on my desk, sorry. Kinger is just meant to come in and win late game if stuff is weakened down enough. I can outspeed a non-Scarf Latios. I can outspeed Ash Greninja, which is really nice because he can't really hit me too hard anyways with the Water Shuriken, because like I quad resist that, so it's not gonna hit me too hard with that. Enough speed to outspeed. I think it's just enough to outspeed Ash Greninja. He's max speed timid, which I don't expect, but just enough to outspeed that. I do have Talent Pen, so he'll probably still be timid or plus speed nature. But yeah, I can outspeed that with my Scarf, so that's cool. So next we got Sylveon, so just physically offensive. Originally I had some speed to create Skarmory, but I decided that's not really too useful. I feel like I don't need it, so I don't really have the speed just because I think I have the speed just in case he brings Iron Head, that way he can't flinch me. If I outsped him, he can't flinch me, but he could carry a fair amount of speed on that. From watching his videos, I can see that he does creep a fair amount, so I don't want to put some speed on my Sylveon, because I would have had to put a good chunk of speed on this to try to outspeed Skarmory, especially if I want to predict him to creep me. I would have to carry more speed, and that means I have less bulk. So I just, in the end, I'm like, you know what, I just want more bulk. I maybe could have carried a tad more speed just in case his Donphan tries to creep me, but I didn't, whatever, yikes. Calm Mind allows me to set up and beat Skarmory 1v1, so that's really nice. Really the only thing I can't beat 1v1 is Amoonguss. Nothing really scares, I guess Embor can offensively scare me out, or threaten me out. He doesn't have too much of that, like, scary Sylveon too much if I'm healthy. And just, yeah, Sylveon's just really nice versus, really, like, most of his teams. That's really nice. So, last time we got our Scolpede here. So, this thing meant to, just check some of his fast mons, like Latios, like Ninja. I can just get the +1 speed and outspeed them, or even outspeed a Scarf Latios. That's what this is for. It is bringing Scarfed. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if he is Scarfed, though, I do have the walls to be able to take him on. Like, Snorlax can take it, Bronzong can take it, Sylveon doesn't get Duke-Goad, even by Life Orb, Latios, so maybe I didn't need this Scolpede set here, and I feel like I still have checked other offensive mons. Jolteon, maybe not, just because he can Volt Switch versus my team freely, but, like, I have 2 ground types in the back that I didn't bring, so I didn't really expect Jolteon too much, just because he can't really pivot for free with Jolteon, so. Yeah, this thing, dual stab hits it hits enough stuff for what I need to hit. I can't really hit Skarmory with anything. Like, this thing just does not hit Skarmory, just doesn't get coverage. Let's make her, like, Specs HP Fire, which would have been really cool. I, like, kind of consider that, but I think he might be, like, especially defensive, which would be more scary, but I don't know. I can't really do anything to Skarmory. That's superpower is the most I can do, but I don't even get, I just don't even really get anything against Grimsby, so I can pass some speed into Blue Power, maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to, because his primary switch in this thing will probably be Skarmory, in which case Lucario is not really good switch into that, but if I can pass some speed into Luke, that'd be really awesome, so yeah, that's a team there. Hoping to pick up a win versus Rogue, because I am desperate for a win. I'm 1-3, but if I can win this game, I can be 2-3 going into the bye week, which would be really nice. Actually, next week off for the March Madness tournament, so week 5 is going up, well, today, when you see this, week 6 will go up, though, 2 Sundays from now, so 2 weeks from now, so it'll be April 2nd, so, just so you guys know, next Sunday, no upload. Also for the MPL, I'm not going to upload then either, because week 13 goes up tomorrow, and that's the last week of the season, and I'm not in playoffs, so sad face. But either way, we'd still have the week off for the tournament, but just saying. So let's get into the battle in just a second. Alright guys, so we are back with the battle. So real quick, one thing I forgot to mention earlier in the video that I probably should have mentioned. So I made some trades during week 4, so they went in effect week 5, so I could use these mons in this game. So I traded with Rob. I traded Tentacruel for Snorlax just because I really wanted that fat beast, because Snorlax looks really cool. Well, not that it looks cool. I mean, it does, but Snorlax is just a beast, and it's a mon I wanted, and I felt like it fit pretty well on my team. And I traded with, what's the other mon? I think with Tone. Yeah, I traded my Gigalith for Scolpede, so that's why I have Scolpede and Snorlax on the team now, which, yeah, they weren't on the team previously, so I might have been confused to see them, but they are now, so, that's that. So I bring, the mons that I brought in the team builder you already know, and, you can see what Rogue brings. He brings a scary team. What did mons he didn't bring? He did not bring Latios, which I expected. Did not bring, I think a Moongus. Yeah, he didn't bring a Moongus either, which I was expecting. He did bring Braviaries, which I wasn't expecting too much to bring Mimikyu, which I was hoping wouldn't come. It's just kind of a threat, but it did come. He did bring Donphan too, brought Skarmory, and he was going to bring Skarmory, but I was still scared of it. So my lead, thank you to Rogue for recording my side of the battle. Thank you to Judas for joining. Just quick shoutouts to them. My lead was Bronzong just because I felt like Bronzong was no, I did not lead Bronzong. I'm drunk. Okay, the battle was kind of weird for a second there. My plan kind of going in this battle was lead Bronzong, but then I think we're okay. Then I saw his team doesn't have anything for Sylveon because he did not bring the other mushroom dude. So I'm like, you know what, I can lead Sylveon pretty safely and deal with most things. So he leads this, I'm like, okay, perfect. So I think I thought about protecting Fearing Gunk Shot just in case to scout. But I was like, wait, why would he go for that turn 1? Because he just dives everywhere. So I just go for Hyper Voice just to scout his Skarmory set, because I knew he'd bring in this, as he does. So it looks like that is especially defensive. So, okay, good to note. So I think I just go right into my Bronzong here, because I'm like, okay, Bronzong, I can take really any hit you want to go for here. Probably Brave Bird or something, but you probably will just set up rocks here, so that's fine. So, I mean, it's not appreciated. I'm not getting rid of them, but I can maybe force you to defog with your Skarm. So let's see. So he does go for rocks, gets more lefties. Okay. So at this point, I think I just go for rocks as I'm kind of scouting what you do. I think I expect you to maybe switch into Donphan, maybe switch into Ninja. I don't know if you switch into Ninja here, but I just set up rocks, so just So he sets up spikes, which I'm like, oh, yikes. So, okay. That's a little scary, but I can hopefully deal with it. So I think this next turn, I'm like, okay, well, I can stay in. I can hopefully charge beam set up in this guy's face. So he goes for spikes again, because he's going to get a second layer here. I'm like, alright, makes sense. So I charge beam, and thanks, Bronzong, for missing. So, first charge beam, and we miss. Thanks, man. So that's appreciated. Didn't matter too much, but like, it is still been appreciated if I didn't miss the first one. So I Psychic here, just in case if you wanted to go into Dawn Fan, I'm not doing too much less with Psychic and Charge Beam. I guess I could have got the Charge Beam boost, but like, I kind of thought if he went to Dawn Fan, I wanted to at least pressure him for trying to bring that thing into spin. So he just sets up third layer spikes. Again, I thought he'd go into Dawn Fan, but he whirlwinds me. I was really hoping he wouldn't have it. I really didn't think he would have it after seeing both hazards, because I thought he would want like Roost and then probably Brave Bird or something. So I didn't think he would have it. I was fearing it. Like going into this battle, I knew it was going to be an issue to deal with this thing if he did have that. But he does have whirlwind, so he can phase me out. And he's three layers of spikes up and rocks. So this is not looking good. So Sylveon comes in. It's not too healthy after all the hazards. I can't do much to hurt this thing, so I just throw up a Wish. So I'm like, well, you know, whoever comes in can get some health back from Wish, so that's helpful. So he just keeps clicking Whirlwind. He's no reason not to. He can just phase me out, and everything gets really hurt by the hazards. Everything's ever Bronzong because rocks do like nothing, and I don't get hit by spikes. So that's awesome. So Bronzong's actually great for not getting hit by hazards. It'd be really nice if he got spin, because then like he would be a great spinner since hazards like barely affect him. But he doesn't get spin. He should, because he can spin kind of like, I don't know. Whatever, so he just keeps doing the same thing. I click Charge Beam and I miss again. Thanks, Bronzong. Again, didn't matter too much, especially because it didn't matter if I got the boost 70%, so, you know, we hope I would, but, you know, I miss anyway. So Sylveon comes back in. I'm like, oh wow, Sylveon getting really weakened, that's bad, but I will get the Wish back, so I get fairly healthy, so that's cool. But again, I'm like, well, I just gotta click Wish and just hope. Really, Lucario is the only thing I can deal with this super well. I don't 2KO it because he is especially defensive, it looks like. But I can still somewhat pressure him with Lucario, but especially because he might not have Roost. Because I think he'll have an attack in the last slot, but I'm not certain that. I'm hoping he does not have Roost, because then I can deal with it, I think. If he does have Roost, though, this could be very tough to deal with. So he brings back in Bronzong. I'm like, okay. So I think here he goes into Dawn Fan, possibly. No, not yet. I think here I go for Charge Beam, and I eventually land one, I believe. Yeah, so I do go for Charge Beam here. I'm like, oh, yay, awesome. I think he just whirlwinds me again. Doesn't matter if I get the boost. I did. I landed it and got the boost. Didn't matter though, because he just phased me out. So that's cool. I know eventually I don't get phased out, and I guess when I don't get the boost from Charge Beam. I know that happens eventually, but it doesn't matter. So Lucario finally comes in. Okay, okay, awesome. This is, I mean, it's still not that great. I don't have anything to really just pressure this thing. Like, I don't have anything just to come in and just put pressure on him, because nothing on my team hits him super hard, like from the get-go. Lucario can once he sets up, but can't really set up when he's whirlwinding me in my face. So I just go for Orchestra here, just because it does damage to this. And he doesn't really have great switching bar Mimikyu, which I don't think he's switching just yet. That'd be really good to play. He couldn't make it though, but it could make some sense. So I do go for the Orchestra here. So he brings in Dawn Fan. I'm like, okay, maybe it's 2 KOs depending on the set. And that is Assault Vest, and I think nearly max Spadef, or definitely max Spadef. Not quite certain. I don't think it's max Spadef, but definitely looks like max HP and a good amount of Spadef. So I go into Sylveon just because I know it can take a hit. I know you're going to spin here, so I wanted to stay in with Lucario, but I don't think I 2KO you from that range anyways, so I felt like, you know, a Sync can pressure Scarm somewhat, and still at full health because of the Wish from earlier. So that's nice. So I figure if you do stand and try to kill me, I don't want Lucario dying, so I just go into Sylveon, make a safe play. So I think, so here I make an aggressive play. Thinking that you're gonna switch into Skarmory just because, you know, I can switch into Sylveon so easily. So, you do not switch out, but you went for Gunk Shot, I believe, which, I mean, makes sense. So I'm like, oh, just please don't get the poison. Please don't. My luck's been kind of bad this game already. It hasn't meaned a whole lot, but, like, still, my luck this season in general has been great. It hasn't mattered a whole lot, but, like, still, it's just kind of, it just feels worse, you know. He does not get the poison, though. It did more than I thought, but I think the calc was right. Still, I wasn't expecting it to do that much. I was hoping it would do less. So I just go for Surf, just because it's pretty spammable versus team. It does a little under half, though, so I'm like, oh, shucks. So here, I'm hoping maybe you don't have Roost, so if you don't, I can get off good damage on you. And I'm already in range to die to hazard, so it doesn't really matter. So my really what was supposed to be my win con in the back is gonna die to hazards next time it comes in. So he does that Roost. I'm like, oh shucks. So here I stay in and keep trying to click Surf because next time I switch in I die to hazards anyway, so there's no more point trying to keep it alive. And a crit will kill because I do sniper, so crit will still do like 2.25. So I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe, you know, a crit can kill. I feel like, you know, I deserve it eventually. Maybe not yet, but like, you know, eventually after other turns of not getting a crit, it'll kind of pay up. Or it'll kind of be even. But no, I don't get a crit, he rolls me. So he doesn't keep roosting, so that's nice. So he's not at full health or like super high. He won't be at full health no matter what. But he's not as high as he could be. So in comes Sculpey, the worst mon to come in, because I can't touch this thing. Like X does the most of this thing, it does like maybe 5%. So I can do nothing. I just baton pass out, go into Bronze Zone because that thing doesn't really care about hazards. I know he's gonna phase me out anyway, so like it doesn't matter. But I go into Bronze Zone just because actually I didn't want to click Protect now if he Roost, I guess, so that's why I went into Bronze Zone. Yeah, because he phased me out again. I think Lucario comes in, that's what I was hoping for, and I believe it happens. It does. Okay, so Lucario comes in, so I'm like, okay, cool. So, here, we're in the same situation as earlier. I don't think Orchard kills though. I click it anyways, because I can't really click Nasty Spot. If you switch, I don't think, a +2 Orchard kills, Donphan, I don't think. So, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go for Orchard. If you stay in, maybe I crit. If you switch out, maybe I crit. So, crit would kill, normal it doesn't, and it's not a crit, so you live, of course, it's a sad face. Maybe if I got a little higher rolls from earlier, and that one, then I could have killed, but he's still at like 5%, so, I don't know. So, in comes Bronze on from that. So, I'm not going to be faster though, so he can, Roost first, I can get Charge Beam. Yeah, this is where I Charge Beam, and, I don't get the boost because I'm lucky, or I'm unlucky and bad. So, thanks Bronze on, but I'm kind of, you know, I'm talking a little bit, a little faster than the game's going. But yeah, now you'll see he Roosts, so shucks, I Charge Beam, hope for the boost. I won't get the boost. I believe I don't get the boost at least. If I do, it doesn't really matter too much. So, I mean, it's a 70% chance anyway, so it's kind of hacked. I'm not going to say it's hacked that I don't get it. And it didn't really matter a whole lot because he can pay me on the next turn anyways, but I would have gotten a little more damage off his following turn, which would have been better and cool and good. Which, actually, that sort of comes into play later. In a way. I'll kind of discuss that when we get there. I don't think it mattered the result of the game too much. Not really, but I'll kind of get into that. So, if I had the boost, I would have done a little more damage, because right now Lucario, after lefties, I don't think it's going to knock this thing out. I forget what comes in. I think Lucario comes in here, actually. Yeah, it does. After lefties, I don't think I knock him out yet. I believe with the Orchard. Maybe I... Actually... Yeah, that last one did a tad more than I expected, so maybe this one knocks it out. I'm not sure. So if I got the boost, then I would definitely... Yeah, I don't think Orchard knocked him out from his range. I don't know. I think it's a roll, but it's not my favorite. So, if I did get the boost, I would tell him that second Charge Beam would have done a little more to where I could definitely knock him out. Either way, though, I just, you know, go for the attack, because I can maybe knock him out, maybe get a crit. So it brings in Donphan, maybe 2 kills, I don't get a crit. I'm not going to stay in and hope for a crit just because I kind of need Lucario around, so I do switch out in a Bronze Zone, so I figure you definitely click an Earthquake, right? I would think. Nothing else makes sense. You can't even spin because there are no hazards on your side of the field. It'd be nice for you to like spin and then get rid of hazards that are already set up on my side of the field. I mean, that's not how it works. But, like that'd be just really nice if Rogue wanted to do that. So, you know, whatever. So, Bronze Zone's back at full, so that's good. I know he's gonna click knock here. I know it, but I'm like, well, I can stay in now. And set up my. I think I Toxic you here. I don't know if Psychic would have too good. I think it might have. Which actually, I think it would have. I think Psychic would have too good. I'm not quite certain of your spread, but I believe it would have. So in hindsight, maybe I should have clicked Psychic though, just to 2KO you, because I could have lived the second knockoff here since I have no item now. So here I decided to set up rocks because this kind of comes into play with earlier with the not getting Charge Beam boost. If I did get the boost, then he would be in range where I can already kill him with Lucario. But I set up rocks just so Skarmory will be in range of Lucario. Because with this exchange, so how it would work is I would keep I would keep setting up rocks. Now originally I thought that the poison from this turn was gonna kill him, but I did my math wrong. Like not even that I did the math wrong. Like I knew what percent he was at, right? Or yeah, I did do the math wrong. I don't know. I'm dumb. So either way, my play was to keep clicking rocks in case if he wanted to try to keep spinning, then eventually he would die to poison. So I was trying to get out of that with rocks silvering now. So I do just go for Flashkin in here in case he wants to go to Mimikyu on the Aura Sphere. So thankfully he does not. So that's cool. So this thing goes down. So we get a kill, not a 6-0. Hashtag not a 6-0. So that's good. I thought it might have been 6-0 for a bit, just because he was kind of dominating me with those hazards and phasing me out and shit. So he brings in Mimikyu. I'm like, okay, well, can't switch out. I died of hazards anyways, so I'll just, Flashkin, I guess break your sub, or not sub, but whatever it is. Use Sword Sense, so that's scary. Yikes. I think Snorlax might be able to live it, but after the hazards, actually I'm not sure, so it doesn't really matter too much. Otherwise, Snorlax can't really knock you out, so that's pretty scary. Yeah, break his decoy there, so it's whatever. But here, he just goes for Shadow Sneak. I think it just knocks me out, so you'll see he's Life Orb in just a second. So I believe my whole team is in Mimikyu range at this point, so it's kind of whatever. So yeah, doesn't really matter too much. I bring in Scolpier. Doesn't really matter what order I bring in my mons, because I'm just gonna die. Spoilers, I end up losing to Mimikyu. Mimikyu just sweeps me, so I do my Citrus, which is cool. Oh yeah, I didn't really go over that in the Team Builder. It's meant for like a Ninja, or I guess this, I think mainly Ninja, I think, because of the multiple hits from his attack, so then I could eat my Citrus like during his hits, and then I could live that attack from the Greninja, that way I could just check it offensively. And that made sure I checked it. I went from Protect there. I don't really know why. Maybe he would have thought I'm a little bulkier than I am, and then I live Shadow Sneak, because I normally outsped him. I didn't need the speed boost, because maybe though, since I protected, you would think that I'm bulkier and could live. I don't think I had any chance of living. If it was like a max HP, max defense, I don't think I even lived, but whatever. So I bring in Snorlax here after the rocks and the spikes, which are yikes. Play Ralph is just gonna go boom, and Big Boy's gonna go down. So that's sad. So I end up losing Euro again 5-0. Maybe he's just gonna clean up, which is really sad. And yeah, so I am now 1-4, which is abysmal. That is just horrendous. I'm sad. That is bad. I'm bad. So this season is just not really gone how I wanted it to, how I thought it would. It's not over yet. For sure not over yet. Playoffs are technically still a thing. We're not mathematically eliminated yet. Doesn't look good, but still possible for sure. So I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying till I definitely can't make it. I mean, season's still alive. If I bring it back, I think to make playoffs I have to win out. Maybe I can lose one more game, but 7-5, just because of how high my conference is. Potentially, I think every team could be 4-1, or potentially, after this week, it could be that, the 4 teams that are in it right now are 4-1, potentially with how things play out with all 4 teams. So if that happens, then I'd be 3 games out of the playoffs right now, or at least the bottom team will be 3-2, but still I'm 2 games out. So playoffs are not looking good, but season is not over. But really, let me just go over this game. Really, what this game can teach me, what I can learn from it. So, hazards were a big issue. Didn't have a way of getting rid of them. Didn't bring Mew. I didn't have much to deal with Skarm anyways. If he was able to phase my stuff out, which I was hoping he wouldn't bring Whirlwind, but he did, which is good prep on his part. So good job, Rogue. In hindsight, I should have brought Stunfisk or Mew like I wanted to. I kind of didn't want to bring Stunfisk just because that allows Latios to come in for free, which that's a threat. But I had switch-ins and I had multiple things to switch in and deal with Latios. Sylveon didn't get TKO'd even by Life with Latios. Snorlax is just fat. Bronzong's there too. So I had switch-ins. I had things designed for Latios, so I feel like it's kind of dumb that I didn't bring Stunfisk just for that reason. I feel like Scolpy just didn't do a lot just because it allows Skarmory just to come in pretty much for free. And I really don't have much to pressure him with, or much to do against Skarmory at all. So, wasn't the best running with Scolpy, just because even his faster mounts I can still check, just because my walls are really fat. you know, I brought a lot of fat stuff, especially with the wish from Sylveon. I could keep Snorlax and keep Bronzong healthy. So I felt like I could have checked his stuff. I feel like Stunfisk could have been a good bring just to check Skarmory, but really feel like I should have brought Mew, just with like Taunt and stuff. So I could definitely beat Skarmory now, allow it to phase me out. Probably Taunt, probably Defog, just to stop Hazard Spam. I don't have the Mew's my only way of getting rid of Hazards now because I traded Tentacruel away. Back in Season 2 I also had that, but I traded away for Jellicent. So both times I've had the Jellyfish, but I've traded it away. Like midway through, like slightly before midway through the season, both Season 2 and Season 4. So Season 2 I made the championship though, so maybe I'll make it again this season. I don't think me trading Tentacruel really had to do too much with it, but like maybe, I mean Jellicent was really helpful though. Maybe Snorlax can be really helpful. Snorlax didn't do a whole lot this game, it just came in and died to Mimikyu, so yikes, but you know, Kingdra hasn't done much for me yet. I really thought Kingdra was going to be good. It's not really Kingdra's fault, I just haven't played with it too well. I feel like I played okay this game. My prep, I really should have brought Mew. I feel like I really put a lot of thought and a lot of time in this prep though too, like, and I really thought about it, and I thought, you know, I have ways of dealing with Skarmory if he doesn't ring, if he doesn't phase me out, which I was just kind of hoping he wouldn't ring. I thought he would, / thought he should, but I was just hoping he wouldn't, because if he doesn't, Bronzong can switch and set up with Charge Beams, Sylveon can even set up against it, Lucario can set up, not set up like in its face, but if I am set up, I can beat it. Snorlax has the counter, so I feel like I have ways and just little ways of dealing with this Skarmory, so I don't know, I felt like I didn't need Mew and I wanted Scolpy just to check his team offensively, because I like having speed and like having Mons that are faster than his Mons, which, that makes sense, but I don't know, I'd Scarf Kingdra there anyways, so I don't know. Mew definitely would have been helpful, so I think I should just think about things a little more. Like, if I think a set's gonna come, like, if I think a certain threat's gonna come, don't just gonna hope he's not gonna bring it, or hope that, you know, it doesn't come, or whatever. That's the same thing. Try to prep for it if I can, just try to prep for more scenarios. I feel like with this team, or with certain ways of being Skarmory, is very, like, certain things had to happen certain ways, which was, like, it would have worked out well if those things did happen, but, like, it wasn't guaranteed that they were going to happen that way, so, you know, it is what it is. You live and you learn. So we lose to Rogue. Rogue gets his first win. He's 0-4 going into this game, but Rogue, I feel like he's a lot better than 0-4 says, because Rogue is actually really good in my opinion. I did not expect Rogue to get off to that slow start like he did, but I think Rogue's can get back into it now. I think Rogue is starting to feel his team. His team is insane though. It's really good. So Rogue's starting to feel it. I don't know who he plays next week. He plays what's that? The South Florida Bullies. Sorry, Lynx. Sorry, I forgot. I saw like the team on his schedule. I was like, wait, who's? I forgot the coach name. Sorry, but yeah, he's playing Lynx next week, so maybe he'll win, maybe not. Lynx is good. So doesn't really matter for me though too much. I mean, Rogue's 1-4, so right now he's not in playoffs, but like neither am I, and I'm in last in the conference because Rogue's a better differential than me now. So yikes, 1-4, -9. That's not looking good. I'm gonna try to make some trades, or at least look into it to just, I don't know. There's some flaws with my team. I tried to fix them with some trades, but they might have helped a tad, but they kind of added new flaws too. So I don't know. We'll have to try to fix those. I'm looking into it. We cannot make another Alpha Regency drop till week 7. So I have some thoughts in mind for that. I think I know what I want to do, but I'll get into that when we can. So, anyways, this video is longer than it needed to be, or probably should be. So, I'll see you guys next week with the battle, or 2 weeks from now, which is, well, still for week 6, the following week. But 2 weeks from now, with my battle versus Brendan and his Marlboro Mudsdales. So, that should be a fun one. Definitely for sure. Yes, GG to Rogue, solid prep. I played okay, but I'm bad. Hopefully that we can bring our season back. It's not over yet, so gotta stay positive though for sure. I'm gonna get him next week, or it's 2 weeks from now. Gonna get Brendan. Gonna make sure I beat him. Really, I feel like if I lock myself into this prep and really just, if I prep well enough, I feel like I can prep to where I can't lose unless I play like really stupidly. But that I'm not just for my game versus Brendan. Just in general, I feel like I can, but that theory starting to get a little harder and a little thinner. You know, But I'm making this video a lot longer than it needs to be. I need to just shut up. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week with the battle. 2 weeks. You guys get the point. My battle versus Brandon should be going. I'm hyped, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.